In this lecture, I'm going to give some introduction to how to prepare General Aptitude for GATE exam. So this General Aptitude is common for all branches. Now if I see the syllabus, so verbal ability and numerical ability will be there. So in this verbal ability, English grammar, sentence completion, verbal analogies, word groups, instructions, critical reasoning and verbal reduction. So this critical reasoning and verbal reduction is very important because we will get critical reasoning in the sense, suppose all the questions will be like all goats are lions, some lions are tigers, right? So this is some example. So we have to conclude something, right? So that is critical reasoning. And verbal reduction will have, so they will give some paragraph. From that paragraph we have to do either conclusion, so what it is indicating, right? And we more frequently get sentence completion questions, right? So they will give a dash between the sentence, then we have to fill that one. Next, verbal analysis means antonyms, synonyms, meanings, etc. they will give, right? Word groups, so two words will be given, so similar kind of word group we have to identify, right? So mostly we'll get this type of questions, right? So in numerical ability we'll have so many concepts, so I can say it is like a ocean. So we have to find what are the most important or most frequently asking questions, that is numerical computation, numerical estimation, numerical reasoning and data interpretation. So from data interpretation we'll get one question definitely, right? So from this, what are the questions we need to identify, that we'll see later, right? So this is like a syllabus. Now for preparing verbal ability, there is no like a material or something, so this is generalized. So when you start reading the newspaper, suppose for 30 minutes, you can easily solve 2-3 questions from the verbal ability, that is for sure. Because in the newspaper, so we'll get so many, I mean you have to read daily 2-3 paragraphs, right? So your wish, whatever the paragraph you choose, so or you can easily only reading the titles also, right? Headings, main headings also, that will be very helpful. Now why we need to start this general aptitude? So many fellows will think, students, that at the last 1 month we will study the general aptitude. So that is a false impression. Suppose if you start there, so we will get some deviation, right? So sometimes we'll see it's very simple, so that will get deviated. So that is not good for when you are preparing for the best ranks, right? Good ranks. So that's why start from now onwards, right? Start daily 30 minutes or at least 10 minutes. If you read, you will see the results later, right? Now for meanings and this antonym, synonym, so high frequency words in GRE, some words will be there, 1000 or something. You can start reading those words daily, 10 or 20, something like that, right? Depending on your capability. So that is the only thing we can do to score in verbal ability, right? You can learn some grammars, etc. by online videos. So but start preparing now onwards, at least half an hour or 1 hour this general aptitude. So that will give the best results when you do the GATE exam and you write the GATE exam. For a numerical ability, the only one book is Quantitative Aptitude by R.S. Agarwal, right? Now what are the concepts we need to learn? So many concepts are here, but I have taken some most frequent concepts. There is ages problems, so we'll get most frequently on ages, then percentages, ratio and proportion, so rarely we will get time and work, so 90% of chances are there, pipes and systems, and time and distance, so we'll get frequent on this also, time and distance. Now problems on trains as well as boards and streams, right? Then mixtures will be there. Now calendar and clocks. In GATE 2016, one question on the clock will be there. Sometimes we make it in calendar, right? So at what date, what is the day, Saturday or Sunday, something like that. Then so most frequently number series also will come, so 2, 3 and there is a missing number, and 4, 5, 6, etc., right? or 15, 14. So what is the missing number? So we have to identify this one. So in 2017 and 2016, I think this question from the number series we did not get any question, but we'll get question from number series, right? So important concept is number series. Next one, frequently we'll get charts, line graphs, bar graphs, tabulation, right? Some chart is given. From the chart, what is the percentage of average, or we can have to find the average. Line graphs, right? So some distance we need to find. Next one is probability. It's very important concept, right? Then this is also frequently coming, that is permutation and combinations, right? So in 2017 also the question came from the permutation and combinations. So this is also one important concept, that is series, odd man out on the series something. So P, Q, R, S, or when sitting in some like left to right or right to left, what is the middle one, etc. So this question came in GATE 2017. Then one more important concept is blood relations, right? So if you start preparing now onwards, so at least each concept a day, right? Each concept, so problems on ages one day, and problems you have to do more, so by practicing, etc. So you can have some confidence on this, then you will get the best results, right? Now if I see the GATE 2017 marks wise performance, so in set 1 and set 2, 1 mark and 2 marks. Sentence completions, we got 2 marks, that is 2 questions from the set 1 as well as set 2, 2 questions, that means 2 marks, right? Sentence completion only. Next one, percentages, we got 2 questions in set 1, so that is for 2 marks. So it may be linked to percentages, it is linked to percentages, that is the question. Then critical reasoning question in set 1, 1 mark came, that is 1 question, right? Next, verbal deduction, that is, so paragraph is given, so what is the conclusion or etc. Next one, distance and time, 1 question came. Permutations and combinations, 1 question. Line graphs, 1 question. Now odd man out on series, 1 question. So these are the 2 marks questions, these are the 1 marks question. Similarly, if I see the set 2, sentence completion, we got again 2 questions, but ages, 1 question from the 1 mark, and probability also 1 mark, right? So this is about this one. And here distance and time, we got 1 mark, 1 question from 1 mark, so total 5 marks. Next, verbal reduction, again we got 1 question, so we will get frequently in verbal reduction, or we can say paragraphs, so right. Next one is blood relations, we got 1 question. Man and work, this is a very important concept, 1 question. Permutation and combinations, so we got 1. So here also we got this permutation and combinations for 1 question, and here also 1 question. Then graphs, here also 1, here also 1, so we got that one, right? So this is about the marks wise performance in GATE 2017, so like sentence completion or critical reasoning, verbal deduction, etc., right? So according to this, we have to learn the concept, so that's why we have to learn at least these concepts, right? In this numerical ability or numerical estimation, right? Then we will see some best results, right? So start preparing now onwards, don't wait for at the end, right? So we'll get some confidence on this general aptitude, so that we can have extra marks, right? So from the technical side and this general aptitude side, if you are getting some extra, then we'll get good rank, right? So start preparing now only, right? So that is about this general aptitude preparations.